Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Mutiara Ananda Taloulu with NPM 2341130. Today in this case, I will talk about the material is health and safety in the workplace. Did you know every year millions of people worldwide suffer injuries or even lose their life due to work incident? The tragic part, many of these workplace could be prevented if proper health and safety standards were in place. In this video, we will dive deep into the importance of health and safety in the workplace, explore common risks, understand who's responsible, and learn how we can contribute to recreating safer, healthier, and more productive work environment. In this first slide is what is health and safety. Occupational health and safety, or OHS, refer to the systematic effort made to protect and the health, safety, and well-being the employees in the workplace. Health includes both physical and mental well-being, while safety focuses on preventing injuries, incidents, and exposure to hazard. The core goal of implement OHS policies is to prevent the work-related injuries and illnesses and to promote a positive and secure working atmosphere. Organizations like the ILO or International Labour Organization and WHO have started the safe and healthy workplace in basic human rights. In the first is common workplace hazard. Workplace hazard vary depending on the industry, but in general, they can be categorized as follow. One is physical hazard, include machinery, high noise level, extreme temperature, radiation, and vibration. Example for physical hazard is a factory work injured by an uguard machine. 2 is chemical hazard, exposed to toxic seminal fumes, dust, or gas. The example for this hazard is a lab worker exposed to formaldehyde without proper protection. 3 is biological hazard, found especially in healthcare, agriculture, and food sector. Risks include fissure, bacteria, or fungi. Example, a nurse contracting hepatitis due to lack of protective gloves. 4 is ergonomic hazard, related to body posture, repetitive move, or heavy lifting. Example of this ergonomic hazard is an office employee suffering from back pain due to poor chair ergonomic. 5 is psychological hazard, includes stress, bullying, harassment, and long working hours. The example for psychological hazard is burnout from expensive workload and lack of mental support. Recognizing and addressing this hazard is essential to ensure safety for everyone in the workplace. In this class, we will talk about employer and employees. Workplace safety is not one a shared responsibility, it's a shared obligation between the employer and employees. Employer responsibility. Provide a safe hazard-free workplace, conduct regular risk assessment, offer safety and health training to all employees, supply appropriate personal protective equipment or PPE, develop emergency procedure like fire drill and evacuation plans, provide health support and insecure. In this Next is employee's responsibility. In the first is all training section and follow safety. Use PPE properly and consistently. Report hazard or incident immediately. Avoid unsafe behavior that could harm themselves or others. A strong partnership between management and staff is key to building safe and healthy work culture. In this next slide is how to improve workplace health and safety. Here there are some practical ways to strengthen workplace health and safety. One is regular training. Ongoing educational help employees stay alert and knowledgeable about hazard and safety procedure. Two is emergency simulation. Practice fire drills, earthquake procedure, and evacuation routine regularly. Three routine safety inspection and audits. Check equipment, infrastructure, and process to identify potential danger. 4 is clear signal and safety instructor. Use visible warning sign, emergency route, and instructor label in all high-risk areas. 5 is support for mental health. Offer counseling, mindfulness program, and work-life balance initiative to reduce stress. Applying this step not only create a safer workplace, it also improve productivity, morale, and employees' retention. Okay, in this slide, I will talk about case study and the real-life example. Let's look at the two real-life examples that highlight the importance of safety measures. Case 1 is talk about incident that could have been prevented is a technical fail of a ladder while fixing a light because he was not wearing a safety harness. Although PPE was provided, he chose not to use it. The far result is serious spinal injuries and mode of medical treatment. Case 2 is a workplace success story. A logistic company implemented monthly forklift training and strict safety policies. With 1 year, workplace incident dropped 16%, saving life and money. Okay, in this slide, let's talk about workplace safety law and regulation. Every country has specific law to regulate workplace health and safety. These laws are designed to protect worker rights and set minimum safety standards. For example, in the United States, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration (OSHA) enforces workplace safety regulation. In UK, the Health and Safety Executive (HSE) play a similar role. Many other countries follow guidelines based on the ILO Convention. This law typically require employees to maintain safe equipment and working environment, provide safety training and emergency procedure, record and report incidents and near misses. Failing to comply with this regulation can lead lawsuit penalty and more importantly the loss of life or well-being. Building and safety culture. One of the most powerful tools in workplace safety is not equipment or policy, it's culture. A safety culture means that safety integrates into the mindset behavior of every person, every level organization. In a strong safety culture is a manager lead by example and priority safety in decision. Employees feel empowered to report risks or unsafe behavior without fear. Regulation meetings include safety discussion, not just providing goals. This culture must be built over time with open communication, trust, and continuous improvement. In this slide is the role of technology in workplace safety. Modern technology can significantly extend health and safety effort in the workplace. Wearable devices can monitor body temperature, posture, fatigue, and exposure to toxins in real life. AI-powered cameras can detect unsafe behavior or a risk movement. Digital checklists and mobile apps help conduct inspection and audits efficiently. VR simulation can train workers on how to respond to emergency without real danger. By embracing innovation, companies can reduce human error and respond faster to potential threats. Long-term benefit of a safety workplace. In this slide is prioritizing health and safety in the workplace of a long-term advance for everyone involved. First, for business, reduce legal costs, higher productivity, better company reputation, and lower employee turnover. For employers, increase job satisfaction, reduce stress, better health, and sense of security. For society, fewer incidents, healthier workforce, and more sustainable economic growth. Investing in safety is not just about avoiding danger, it's about building a future where everyone thrives. Of this material, health and safety in the workplace is not just legal requirement, but it's moral and social responsibility. By understanding potential hazard, implementing proper safety measures, and fostering a culture of awareness and cooperation, both employers and employees can work together to prevent incidents, reduce stress, and improve overall well-being. A safe workplace leads higher productivity, better employee satisfaction, and fewer absence or disruption. Remember, prevention is better than cure. Every step taken today to protect workers is an investment in better, safer tomorrow. So let's commit to this together because when safety comes first, everyone is win. Okay, that's all my presentation. Thank you for your attention and participation throughout this session. As we have seen today, health and safety in the workplace is not just about avoiding incident. It's about creating a culture of responsibility and respect. Whatever you are, an employee, a supervisor, or an employer, your role is crucial in building a safer work environment. Let's remember, safety doesn't happen by incident, it's happened by commitment. So let's continue to work smart, stay alert, and always put people first. Because at the end, everyone deserves to go home safe and healthy. Thank you and let's keep safety a priority every day. Thank you everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.